Hello and welcome to another beautiful day out here on the farm. Beautiful but incredibly hot. It's about 100 degrees out, and doing any work in the sun really just turns into a sweaty mess. So today what we're going to be doing is cutting up pipe, and the biggest reason why we're doing that, well, we need cut up pipe for fence posts, but also when it's 100 degrees like this, it's a lot nicer to work in the shade. So we have this nice shady area outside the barn here to work in to do our pipe cutting. So we're going to do that. First we're going to use the tractor, bring some more pipe over so that we have just a bunch here, and then we'll get set up for pipe cutting and show you what that takes. So off we go. Alright, so this is what we're going to be using to make our cuts in our pipe. We're going to be making 10-foot lengths for vertical fence posts. Here's our chop saw with our abrasive metal blade in it. You'll see how long it takes. It takes a bit to cut through them. The steel on this stuff is pretty hard from what I understand, so that takes a little bit. And then we've got this, our angle grinder, which we'll use just to clean up the end on it. The saw has a tendency to sort of just turn the metal into slag and kind of make it yucky on the end and not make a real nice clean end. So we'll use that to clean up the end so that when we go to use the fence bullet system on it, they go over the end of the pipe real easily. So let's get going. So here you can see that this edge is pretty bad. It's all a bunch of yuck. Chips that need to be taken off, just a bunch of cleanup that needs to be done to it. So that's what our angle grinder is for. We'll get it cleaned up. So there we go. That's a lot better. Much nicer edge on it. So now we can touch it and not worry about getting cut up quite as much off of it, so that'll be nice. So now we got to measure and make our next cut, and then we will have successfully made one fence post. We only have to do it about 30 more times, so hooray for that. Well, there it is. One cut fence post. That saw, that's a Porter cable. It's about $100 or something like that, a little more than that. Not a real expensive saw. I'm sure there are better saws out there. that maybe would do it a bit faster, but it's working. It goes okay. Some pieces are harder than others, but it works okay. We'll go ahead with it. I know some people will say that it'll go a lot faster if you torch cut it, and that's probably true, but torch cutting just leaves a real rough edge, and then if you want any kind of a nice end on it, you got to really clean it up. So at least the chop saw gives you a decent edge. You only got to clean up around the outside with the angle grinder, so it's not too bad. But either way, we got our fence post. So as I said, we got to cut a whole lot more, probably about, I don't know, in the end, probably somewhere between 15 and 30 more. So a lot of cutting to do. We're going to get all that going, and then in our next video we should be showing how to put up one of the new fence bullet system corners, or at least one of the fence bullet system ends, if not a full corner. So that'll be kind of fun. Stay tuned. We'll see you later.